So hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So today we are going to solve a daily LeetCode challenge, and the question is quite easy. So let's start. What the question is? The name is like find minimum operations to make all elements divisible by 3, right? So you are given an array of integers. In one operation you can add or subtract one from any element of nums. Return the minimum number of operation to make all elements of num divisible by 3, right? So let's say example, let's say we have given an array. What we have to do, we have to return the minimum number of elements so that we can make all the element is equal to 3 or like divisible by 3. And the thing is, in one operation either we can add or either we can remove or like subtract the number from the given particular number, right? So we have two operation, either we add +1 or subtract -1 from the given array elements, such that we have to make all the elements divisible by 3, right? So this is the actually the question. So the what's the like first thing which comes to your mind, like if because if we see the constraints are very low. So let's discuss the like brute force. If I'm solving this problem, so the first thing which come in my mind is that I will pick the element and I do both things. Like first I will decrement this element until I I got a number which is actually divisible by 3, or either I can increment the number in order to find that if the number is divisible by 3 or not, right? I do this operation for both the things, right? And calculate the minimum of both of them, and after that with whoever is minimum we just simply add it in our operation, right? For example, let's say uh, here we have 1, 2 and 4. These are the elements which are not equal to 3, right? So in order to convert 4, we require one operation where we are just subtracting 1, right? If I'm just doing just for normally, like in case of 2, we require one operation where we are actually adding 1 to it. But in case of 1, if you see, if you naturally if you have to make it divisible by 3, so what you can do, you have two options. First you can add +2 to it, then it become 3, then it is divisible by 3. But you see the number of operations are 2. So if I calculate the result, so it's 1 for 4, 1 for 2, and let me just fix it. Yeah, so the total is, you see, let me write it somewhere else. So 1 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to, we required 4 operation, right? So these are the number of operation which we are required to solve this particular problem, right? But what if instead of incrementing 2, I just subtract -1 from it, then it becomes 0 and it is also divisible by 3. So what we have done, we have reduced the number of operation, right? So we got 3 operation. Previously we are getting 4 operations, but right now we just only required 3 operation to solve this particular problem, right? So you see, the brute force of this particular problem is this, that for every number we do the both things. First we increment the number till we didn't get the number who is divisible by 3, and then we increment the number, and we are also counting how many times we have decremented and how many times we have incremented that number, right? And from both of them we just simply take the minimum. That was our answer. So let's see how can we achieve it. First I take the length of the array, it's right operation we are where we are storing our result, simply iterating over the array, right? Store if, like we have two cases, if nums of I is not 3 is equal to 0, then do nothing because it is already in it is already divisible by 3. Else if it is not, then we do both two operation. First, sub count, like subtract count, right, where we are just checking mod 3 is not equal to 0 until we didn't get the number which is actually divisible by 3. It is not separate, it's current, like we take, because we are performing for both sides, so we take particular variable so that we are actually using the same values for both the cases, right? If it is not, then we just simply do minus minus and increment it. It will ensure the how many number of operation we have done, right? And same case for increment as well. Mod 3 is not equal to 0, current is equal to, and take another variable, let's say add count, right, and simply increment the value of this as well. Once we're done with both of the operation, we simply take the minimum of them, math.minimum, subtract and add, and then result operation is okay. Let's format it. Let's compile the code, see if there is any error or not. Yeah, the code is running fine, so let me just submit it. So sir, you see it is successfully accepted because the constraints are too low, and we are able to parse like this piece of code where we are decrementing the number, as you see in case of 1, and this is the case, or this is the condition, we are incrementing the number, right? And from both the operation we are taking the minimum of, like which operation gives us the minimum number of operation, which help us to find the number which is actually divisible by 3, right? So this is one of the approach, and another approach which I found is really interesting, so let me just discuss it over here. So this is the brute force. Now let's just think, like we just have to find a number which is divisible by 3. So if you see clearly, if let's say I will give you a number like 37, and if I ask you it is divisible by 3, you say no. And if I ask you how many operation you actually require to convert this to a number which is actually divisible by 3, so either you can add, or like either you can subtract, so it become 36, or either if you add, so it's become 38, right? And if you see 38 and 36, from both of the number, 36 is actually divisible by 3, right? That means we just need one operation to form a number which is actually divisible by 3, right? Let's see if it's apply for all the other number as well. Let's take 41, right? It's a random number, it's a odd number. In order to make the number divisible by 3, what we can do, either we subtract, which become 40, either we add, which become actually 42. And if you see, 42 is actually divisible by 3. So from there I got to know the pattern that if there is any number, if you want to convert it to divisible by 3, you just need one operation, right? Either you add, either you subtract. You don't actually require that. You just have to you just need one operation to form a number that is actually divisible by 3, right? So this gives an idea how we can solve it in a better way, where, so this quite simple, like we just have to count the number which is not equal to 3, right? If nums of I 3 is equal, oh sorry for that, nums of I mod 3 is equal to 0, then just simply skip the case, otherwise just simply count and return the count. And if you see the example, let's see, yeah, it's passing. And if you see 1 2 3, we just only require 3 operations because 1 2 3 are different elements. So this is one of the pattern which I observe in this particular problem. So this is the thing, like we can solve one problem in various different way, we just need to think it in a different manner, right? So thanks for watching this video. I hope you like the video. If you like, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment out below the video so that I got to know about what do you think about the way of explanation. And yeah, bye bye, take care.